We've been preparing for this wedding, and we happen to come from different communities, actually. My wife comes from Central. I come from the Nyanza part of this country. And when we first met, and we decided to begin this preparation for the wedding, I think all was well, and we had gone through the whole process. That simply means visited their place, and she had of course visited our place, and we had all these preparations that precede the wedding. And one thing that we didn't notice in the process of this preparation is that there was an auntie to her who was not actually attending, who didn't appear anywhere in any of these preparations. It didn't really appear to us as anything. And so the preparations went on, and when the day finally came, we decided that they discussed, and you people decided that she should be taken from that auntie's house. So everything was set for that day, and I decided to remain behind, of course, like we do, and I sent my best man on the team to come for her, and we started waiting, and we waited until I think it was getting toward the 1, around 12:30, and I got nervous. So I kept on calling and asking really what was happening, because from my understanding, everything had been taken care of. And so it was a matter of them going there and, picking her. But time is going, and nothing positive seemed to be coming from the other side. And I talked to my best man and asked him if these people are raising any other demand or any other condition to release her. And they said there was some money. Yeah, they got the money, and I think when they took the money there, but even after that, still she was not being released. So I couldn't hold my patient anymore, and I decided to go there. So when I appeared there, one of the uncle came out, and this uncle is, of course, the husband of the auntie. And I saw some young men also coming out. The place was very hostile, and what I was seeing was totally different from, the kind of images that I was used to, the friendly, accommodative images that I was used to in the previous preparations toward that day. There were this kind of screamings, and I was also getting worked up and was asking what is really the problem, what has come up, and everything had been said. And but this time it was getting late. I think it was getting late. It was now getting past 4. But then it seemed to me when I arrived in that place that something has been cooking all along that we did not know. And it was all about tribalism.
He's from Nyanza. I'm from Central. I didn't have phone, so we couldn't communicate. That auntie, she screamed and said that he banged the gate, and that was not the truth. So she came in and locked my room. Before she locked the door, they came and tried to convince me not to marry him. My girls were out there dressed.
I decided to leave because it was getting hostile, and they decided to release her to come. It was 5. Legally, you can't officiate wedding past 6. think that still stands even today. And I knew we were in trouble. Everything was pointing to us that this is going to turn up to be something else. Everything had been set, food cooked. I talked to the organizers back and I told them, release the food to people so that we don't end up, getting it wasted. By the time we were arriving in church, it was dark. The pastor who was supposed to be officiating that wedding was a foreigner from DRC. It couldn't work. It was dawning on us that we were not going to be married on that day. We never even thought that one day we'll be giving out this story. Actually, like me, I'd said I don't think I'll ever even talk about this story. But I think this is only telling me how God has healed us over the years, even from that. So what happened is that I decided to, they drove me out of the place, and of course they also drove her out, and she was going back with them. I was not going to have my wife on that day. So I went and I stayed with I stayed with a friend that evening, and I was not believing it. In fact, I didn't even sleep. I didn't sleep that night. I stayed awake for the whole night. It was like a dream. It was like a movie to me. I was wondering, what has really taken place? Does it mean I'm not wedded?
They forced me to go back to that house that auntie.
The auntie's house, yeah.
And I went, but I didn't talk to anybody.
I didn't know how serious it was with the team on her side. To me, I was thinking like, hey guys, this thing has failed. Of course, it has not taken place today. Everything was set. We can preserve the cake for tomorrow, and we can just, do the celebration. The thing is officiated. We eat the cake, and then you release us go to wherever we are going. It was not going to happen. I realized that the more I was pursuing, the hostile it was even becoming. In fact, I think even that Sunday I went to the family, the auntie's place where she was. Of course, that time they didn't talk. Nobody talked to me. But before we decided to now wed without any further bothering of these parents, I actually visited their place, now the home.
Before that, they had more meeting with me alone to convince me not to marry him. So that time, they called us home, so we went together.
Love can be very strong. I think love surmounts any nature of challenge that we try to confront it. I went there, and I thought my father-in-law is the one who called us. So when I arrived, actually I was prepared. I even had some little money. Like, you don't go to your parents-in-law just empty-handed. So I prepared myself. When we arrived there, the dad just got hostile. It became so bad that I was chased out of that home. And this is a place, I'm a stranger. Actually, I was terrified because I didn't even know the way to the road. I think I ran for about
4 kilometers.
4 kilometers.
He left me being beaten.
She was being, whipped there. And
Together with my mom.
I had to run for my life. I got the matatu. Yeah, and I knew I was safe now.
He called many men, villagers there.
The elders.
So I was scared they will do harm to him.
I think she sensed that there was some problems there. And she told me that we need to leave this place.
When my dad heard that.
When he heard that, I think it was like, hey, you don't understand. He came running. There are some of these men who were part of that gathering. I think they were screaming. Calling me a thief.
Yeah.
Moishi.
Yes, Moishi. At that time, when they called, why they called him that is because when my dad was after me, I took off my shoes and I entered to another boma here.
This next. Yeah.
So he took my shoes and that is why they called him a thief. So when my dad caught me, what was in my mind, what will happen to him?
But then it was after that that she was locked. She was not locked until never even to come to the city. After 2 days, I sent my mom. I sent her to go and see if they can talk. There's no positive report. What happened is that after that, she found her way back to the city. You've seen we've tried everything to try and bring these people on board to be part of this thing. We've done everything to prove to them that we are seriously focused on getting our life together. So let's move on and plan this thing with the church. And now that is how we began the serious plans, progressing to the wedding. So it was 6 months after, you can see, 6 months after. And I think during this time, there was also some healing that took place. I can't say really completely. This was about to take place at KAG in South Sea, and the reception in the same place. And come that day, we thought, okay, maybe these people will change their mind and just decide to join us and come. None of them did come to the wedding.